This John Maxwell tool for Beyond Success, Equip, is going to change your life.
We've done attitude and personal growth. What's one thing you underline and why it was important? Let's have a discussion.
For me, what stood out for me was personal growth. It's intentional. I have to be intentional about it. It doesn't happen automatically. So I have to be intentional, and Lydia shared on athletes. Once they are from winning, they just come and they start practicing, they continue. It's something that you continue. So haujafika, sorry for those who don't know Swahili. So haujafika, you still have to continue and continue learning. And for me, it's a challenge. Thank you so much, Lydia, for this opportunity.
The same is true. He made mention of what new thing you've not done that you need to appropriate. The person who asked him was called Pastor Craig. He asked him, what new thing have you done lately? I try to navigate something I've not done lately that is new. And I'm like, okay, I need to lose some weight. Praise God. I tried losing weight during quarantine and were practically arrested with her. So I said I need to devise a way to do it. So I wake up at exactly 4:45 and exactly 5 I'm out of the house, hitting the road to lose some weight. So find an action plan and find something new you've not done and work at it.
For me, among other things that really motivates me is that personal growth is growth. And that when I work with a growth-oriented mentality as opposed to goal-oriented mentality, I'll go further. Because what I understood, my perspective is, when I set goals and then I achieve the goal, so what next? But when I have personal growth, because I must grow, then I'll set goals. Once I met this goal, I need to continue growing. That really stood out for me, among many other things. And as usual, every time I hear this, I love taking pictures of nature. So whatever hits me, I put on my status. And I really, really appreciate, because it's helping me. It's helping me probably more than those who are checking what's on my status. I'm very picture oriented. When I see something, it sticks. So combining with hearing and all that, it really makes a difference.
For me, I think what stood out is that growth is joy. And I remember somebody sharing that she started growing some plants, and when she just looked at them and they were growing, she was so much overjoyed. So there's so much joy when you grow, when you see yourself, you're not at the level where you are at, and even people commending you and like you're not, they sense some growth in you. It brings a sort of a joy to you. Then the other thing is that I must have a plan for growth. Yes, I desire to grow, but do I have a plan that I follow and I'm strict to, so that at the end of the day, when I evaluate myself, I can be able to see that I have really grown, and if I've not, what are the steps or things that I need to do to action the growth?
For me, what stood out yesterday was that you must add value to be valued. And most instances we find ourselves not valuing ourselves. We always look down upon, I can't do it, so and so is doing it, and therefore I cannot be able to do it. So we have to be very intentional in what we are doing and admire the person that we want to become. Yeah? From where I am today to what I want to become is what really makes it more intentional in the growth that I want to partake in. As Pastor has said, when you start your walk in the journey of losing weight, you have to be very, very intentional. You must put a plan down and start working on it. For me, that was a stopper.
What stood out was I must value myself so that I add value to myself. So I should avoid low self-esteem and embrace high self-esteem.
One thing I noted is that when you are growing, when you are intentional about personal growth, you become even confident of what you are doing. You have that confidence. Like the way I said, I'm a baker, so when I have done something, it's good, but I feel it's not up to the standards I want. Even when someone comments it, I know that kuna shida mahali. But I'm so intentional of learning more, new skills. in a way that when I've done this, I have the confidence that it is good and it is good.
I learned that hope is not a strategy, and I need to be humble. And as I do the personal growth, that I should, like John Maxwell, every day he does mountain climbing. So it's about kukua.